So I just wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Z. And if you don't know what Dragon Ball Z is, then you should do a quick Google search and get into that immediately, because Dragon Ball Z is one of the best animes of all time, and it's no exaggeration to say that. It's definitely a contender for the best anime of all time. Even people that don't even know what anime is, if you ask them what Dragon Ball Z is, they'll probably know the show, right? People who have no idea that genre exists, you know, people that don't even watch anime that much, they might even know what Dragon Ball Z is, right? That's how much of a influential impact, this show has got. This show has had on so many people. Obviously, if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, you know that it's that the creator of Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, recently passed away. May he rest in peace. He had so much influence in my life personally. He inspired me. His shows inspired me to be a better person. As silly as that may sound to some people, how can a show have such an impact on you? And it wasn't just a show. It was a piece of art. It was a masterpiece. And art is not just a piece of canvas with colors on it, right? Stick to a wall. It doesn't have to be just that. It could transcend other mediums, right? And in particular, this specific anime, right? I considered it a work of art, as I'm sure other people do as well. Dragon Ball Z, right? It's just had such a tremendous impact on my life, right? It's motivated me to work out. It's motivated me to be a better person. The characters are so well done, and there's just so many lessons to learn from this show. So many important themes that surround the show in general, right? I watched Dragon Ball all the way to Dragon Ball GT. I personally didn't watch much of Super. To be quite frank, I didn't really enjoy, all these new power-ups and all these new transformations that the show introduced. I feel like it got a little bit too cartoony, and, the seriousness and, that seriousness that I guess that the previous seasons had, Dragon Ball all the way up to Dragon Ball GT, it felt like it was lost a little bit. And it felt like Dragon Ball Super was just trying to cater to a younger audience, right? From what I saw, I didn't see, like I said, much of Dragon Ball Super, but that's the way it felt to me. But that's not to say that, it's not worth watching. Dragon Ball Super, it had some good episodes, but like I said, it just wasn't for me. I do encourage anyone listening to, if you're not familiar with this anime, to immediately start watching it. Start watching it from the beginning, Dragon Ball, and go all the way up to, if you want to go all the way up to Dragon Ball Super, that's your choice. But, it feels like you see this character, Goku, one of the best anime characters of all time. You watch him grow up from Dragon Ball all the way to Dragon Ball GT. It's a beautiful thing to see. Again, there's just so many beautiful themes to this show. Perseverance, what hard work and discipline can bring to your life. The importance of friends, right? And having close ones next to you. The importance of letting go of anger and being grounded in, in peace and love, as hippie as it may sound. Being grounded in, those important values, family, love, hard work. It's such an amazing anime with so many great moments. So I just wanted to, talk about this great anime for a little bit. Like I said, the creator Akira Toriyama recently passed, and it's sad. This is an anime that a lot of us grew up with, and it holds a special place in my heart, as I know it does in many other hearts, right? So if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you're new to the channel, I make videos on self-improvement. I talk about topics that are not very mainstream. Topics that people might get triggered, if they come across or if they listen to them. But if you consider yourself an open-minded person and can handle information that's not very mainstream, then this channel is perfect for you. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next one.